What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Big Kool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. And as y'all can tell by the thumbnail, myself and my boy 2K from the Prodigy of Boxing Talk interviewed 168-pound contender and IBF interim super middleweight champion, the Matrix Andre Dirrell, ahead of his March 3rd rematch against Jose Uzcategui, taking place live on Showtime on the undercard of Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Andre talked to me and 2K about his making the switch to Virgil Hunter, as well as advice Andre Ward gave him. He also gave us a brief breakdown on some of the top 168-pounders today, as well as to what Jose Uzcategui can expect differently in their rematch. I know y'all see the channel. I know y'all see the image. That's my boy 2K, Prodigy of Boxing Talks channel. I'll need y'all to go over there, hit that subscribe button, check out my man's content. He's one of the most knowledgeable cats that I know on any level in this boxing game. He can break down a fight with the best of them. With that being said, go ahead and enjoy the video. Cue my music. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Big Kool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. I'm here with my boy 2K from the Prodigy of Boxing Talk. Excuse me. This is an interview we're doing with Andre the Matrix Dirrell. As you know, Colossal Boxing Talk and Prodigy of Boxing is associated with Three Kings Boxing under the movement umbrella. We're here again with special guest Andre the Matrix Dirrell, the super middleweight IBF interim champion. How you doing today, champ?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain, man. Having a great camp.
Okay. To start it off, how's your mindset going into this rematch, man? Because we all seen what happened in May.
Right.
It seemed like you was coming on in that fight, and then at the end of the 8th round, Uzcategui caught you with a 3-punch combination. Seemed to, hurt you badly. What's your mindset going into this rematch?
I was prepared 2 weeks ago, man. 3 weeks ago, man. I was really ready, and I'm talking mentally. There's always things fighters need to work on, and there's a few things that in my arsenal that we're perfecting, not changing up, but perfecting. Meaning Virgil and I, with my game, and by the end of next week, man, you guys see what it's all about. So I'm really, really amped about this situation, man. Mentally, I'm more focused than ever, and I really can't wait to display my talents.
Okay. Another question. I know as a fighter, you don't really look back into the past, but do you feel that maybe joining Virgil Hunter early in a little bit in your career would have helped you, different fights, maybe the James DeGale fight, or do you just think this is the perfect time to join up with Virgil Hunter in this moment in your career?
I mean, you're really right, man. There's no need to bring up the past. There's nothing back there for me to gain. I'm here now. It's a blessing to be here now. He's picking up where my grandfather left off, and I believe he'll sharpen my skills like I need him to be.
All right, 2K.
All right, so you're the IBF interim champion. We're going to get to a little bit of the fuckery of this show. So you know there's some food at 168, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I know you know who I'm talking about. And he's a good guy, by the way, but this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We talk about everybody, and we're brutally honest. Caleb Truax is a pretty good fighter. I give him 100% credit for beating James DeGale. I remember when we interviewed you last year, there was a few things that you expressed. One was getting that rematch with James DeGale. You really wanted that. Also, you said that you wanted to be, in the next 2 years, a 2-time champion within the division. Well, you might get your opportunity with Caleb Truax, man. Now, I know you can't look past Jose Uzcategui, but at the same time, do you look at that food in which you will be possibly the mandatory. You probably are the mandatory, even though the first and second spots are vacant right now. Do you look at that food as an opportunity? Like, yeah, as soon as I get to see him, it's on.
Well, I know that is my next meal. You
Yeah.
know, if you want to put it in those terms, Jose Uzcategui is a championship fighter. This is a championship fight, man.
Yep.
So this is the fight I'm looking forward to now. It's not a fighter's job to look past any opponent he faces, man. It's really not wise to, man. It's a beautiful thing to be confident, to express your talent and your skills and display them and think that you're on top of the world, man. But this is boxing, man. Anything can happen, man. We would all love to be walking around Floyd Mayweather's record with his pizzazz, you know, and with his funk. You know, he has a great attitude towards fighting, but that's not realistic for fighters for the most part, man. We're in there. If you're stepping in the ring for a championship fight, chances are the guy you're stepping in with, he's just as hungry as you. He's just prepared and just as ready and he's just as equipped, man.
Right.
The true talent in those fights, it has to stand out. So I'm not looking past Caleb Truex at all, man. I'm not looking at him. I see him as my next meal, the next opportunity that I have to play. But as far as I'm concerned, this fight right here is the championship fight, and I believe I'll reign after that, man. Continuing on.
Word up. All right, so you got Virgil Hunter in your corner now. I know you're training with Andre Ward. How's that? I know you got to be having that man in the ring with you, man, for sparring.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not actually, man. That would be great though, wouldn't it? But Jose Uzcategui, he's nothing like Andre Ward. So honestly, man, unless Andre Ward would adapt to his style, then I wouldn't get that same fight.
No doubt.
You know, I have some good guys in sparring right now. I'm in there with Fanfaro, who I believe is honestly better than Jose Uzcategui. He's definitely bigger. He came in at 220 when we first started sparring, and he's dropped his weight. He's dropped down in weight significantly, man. He looks great. He's been working great. We're doing 12 rounds tomorrow. We have a smaller fighter in there. He's a bronze medalist from the 12 Olympics from France, and we have Kid Chocolate as well, man.
Okay.
And those are three guys I'll be working with tomorrow. So I'm getting the work that I need, you know. As far as advice go, Virgil and Andre are there to give me any advice that I need to hear, you know. So I'm getting everything I need this camp.
Word up. I actually like the having Peter Quillen in your camp. That's actually a pretty good, or let me say, emulation of what Uzcategui's able to do in the ring. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
There's a couple things I want.
Strong guy as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple things I want to shoot out at you, particularly what I seen in the first fight, some issues, and I don't know if you remember the last time we talked, man. I was upset with you last time because of the Andre James DeGale fight, excuse me, and we kind of went at it, or I kind of went at you a little bit, gave you some what I had seen, some negative things I'd seen in that fight. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Of course, you were in the southpaw stance. You can definitely switch. You can also fight in the orthodox stance. But from what I had seen, the southpaw stance wasn't really working to the effect in which that we would both would have liked it to work. I saw that Uzcategui was perfectly placing his foot on the outside, and that kept you in range, and it kind of kept you off balance at times, man. And also, I seen you retreating to the ropes a lot, and that gave Uzcategui opportunities to tee off on you while your back was on the ropes. So
that did.
Yeah. And another thing is you would throw, let's say, a jab to the body, and as soon as you threw that jab to the body, which is excellent, this is something I try to tell a lot of the young kids they need to start doing because it stagnates your opponent when you hit him in the solar plexus like that. When you did that, he would come over the top of your jab, and when he would come over the top, he would throw a barrage of punches. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm cheating, giving you advice.
No. Everything you're saying, I've already peaked games weeks ago.
Okay.
Really a month, easy.
No doubt.
You know, I've watched the fight. Like I said, 5, 6, 7 times, man. One thing Uzcategui done really well is when I would shoot the 1-2, and at the end of the 2, I would kind of lean forward,
Yep.
and he would come right. He would time me to come right over the top with his right hand just to line up the hook. Though the right hand was never a devastating punch he would throw, he just timed it really perfectly to be able to shoot off the left hook, and that caused him to square up a lot. But I didn't take advantage of those situations. Instead, when I shot the shot, I was committed to getting back out to the outside, and I would raise up and definitely do that the wrong way, man. And that caused for opportunities like he did when he shot off Barrage punch, standing in his face,
Yep.
Putting my back against the ropes and actually stand there. I can watch that fight literally and laugh harder than you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or be as disappointed as you were.
Yeah.
When I look at the fight, man. And I watch the fight now and I smile because I know the guy that I'm bringing to the fight this time around, he won't have a chance. Literally, man. They'll be like, where was this guy the first fight? And that's what I'm looking forward to, man. It's not so much as getting this victory. It's regaining who I am. That fighter who is elusive, who's quick, who's fast, who knows how to use the ring. I let a lot of that go, but I went through a 6-month camp, like I said before, man, because we couldn't get that fight set like we wanted to. And I had a really hard time finding the opponent, and it was just difficult setting it up, man. He has a hard job, man, a very difficult job in front of him, man. So it was hard for us to get it together. In after 4 months and 2 failed training camps, literally I did 2 full training camps, and they both fell off. I've been in 3 training camps that fight.
Right.
So it really did number on me. And I'm calling Andre Ward the last month of the camp this is the 6th month, asking him what do you think I should do, because I've been reaching my peak and then falling again, and he advised me to just take 2 full weeks off, man, and then resume probably a week and a half. I mean, 2.5 weeks after, man. But I shouldn't do nothing, so I did. I rested, and I came in that fight, and I was a very flawed fighter. But like you said, after the 4th round, man, I really, really caught that groove, man. The boy couldn't really touch me. I found my timing, and I still was making mistakes, man. Things that I'm doing here now it's no comparison to what he'll see, once we step in that ring, So that's what I'm more looking forward to, my performance, man. I know I'll get the victory. I'm not worried about the victory. If I want to move from the guy all night like I did when I fought Curtis Stevens, I can do that and get this victory.
Yeah.
My feet are faster, my hands are faster, my reflexes are faster. I'm just overall a better fighter, man. So the key is ring generalship, placing the punches where they need to be, being committed to in my attacks. And just outwitting this guy, man. So I'm so looking forward to it, man. I'm not worried one bit, man. I'm very positive. I'm very excited, and I just can't wait to play my talent.
Man, I can't wait to see it, man. That's what's up. I know for sure your footwork is much more superior, man. When you gave him angles, he was confused. You know what I'm saying? There was times my man was throwing a right hook, and you would rotate. You know what I'm saying? My man would be left. He didn't know what to do after that. You know what I'm saying? And there was a
particular. And I can watch. I really can't. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I really can't stand even watching myself, and just seeing all of the pointless opportunities that I gave the man over and over again. That's what this whole fight was about. The first time we fought, I just gave him too many opportunities. They ceased. Like I said, after the 4th, 5th round, they ceased, and unfortunately. In the midst of definitely comeback, because they said they had him 2 rounds before he illegally hit me after the bell got disqualified.
Yeah.
He wasn't touching me. My time was great, and I was standing too tall. Literally, I had so many flaws, and I still had him where I wanted him, man, which was not good. But so when I come in as the fighter I am today, right now, you have a big problem on the hands, man.
That's what's up. All I want to see, man, I want to see them feints, and I want to see that lead left.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
That's what I'm looking for.
Hey, Andre. Just be cool. It seems like I know going back, in a fight with James DeGay, in this fight with Uzcategui. It seemed like you started late, like you said, after the fourth round. What do you need to do to avoid, a late start? Because, like I said, once, after the second round in both those fights, it seemed like the momentum was, definitely going your way, and you was winning. You starting to, turn the fight around. What do you need to do to, jump out early, get that momentum going from the first round, so you don't want to have to play catch up, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the second half, you dominate, the second half of the fights, but I know you want to do that early on in the fight. So what do you need to do to, set the momentum early?
Well, when it came to Miguel, the first round was pretty good to me. It was a slow start nevertheless, but I know I won that round. And that second round, I was telling myself, man, don't let them put me on the mat. I don't even know why it was on my mind like it was. Because I wasn't thinking about his power or anything, never in the camp. I just understand why it was on my mind. And he put me in the mat. I got up off the mat and said, God damn, I got dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I think that one right there, that was the whole cause of the whole fight that we ended up having, me and DeGale. And Uzcategui, man, he hurt me with a shot in the temple, and that definitely messed with in the equilibrium, and that definitely messed with my stance. He remained long. I remember him punching, throwing a barrage of punches, and he was still missing, man. He was still missing, and I was hurt. But definitely, man, out the gate, man, I got to focus on the game plan and stick to it. That's just the key. You know what I'm saying? Like, not standing up on my toes. I got to make sure I stay low. And boxing guy, man, simply, it can go slow. I believe a fight doesn't start until after the first 4 rounds, man. So they can have you tied up. They can have you down 1, down 2. He has to finish 8 rounds after that. And I for one, won't believe he'll be able to do so. It's just definitely sticking to the plan from round 1 all the way into the end bell, whichever round that may be.
Okay, 2K.
Let's talk a little bit about the other guys in the division. Just like a brief summary of what you think about them. I'll start with WBC champion David Benavidez.
I watched some highlights of his last fight, the one he just had, and he has a hell of a jab, man. It's fast. He has fast hands. I believe he stands up too high. He's definitely a B+, A- fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot to improve on, but he's young. You know what I'm saying? I believe he'll continue to do so as he progresses in his career. Hopefully I'll get that shot with him. If not by the end of this year, the upcoming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after that, man, it's some moves I plan on making, most definitely. But I believe he's a good fighter, man, and he'll get better with time.
Okay. WBO champion Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez.
I only saw highlights of his fight with Arthur Abraham, the fight that he had won for the belt. So I couldn't tell you much about him. I know these guys are tall, man. That's enough for both of them. So they just got to know how to use their height. That's what it's all about. When you got that height on you, man, you got to know how to use it, man. Yep. There's no point in being a bulldog fighter if you can tax the guy from the outside all day long. What's the point? But from what I've seen, the highlights that I've seen, that's the only thing I've seen. I believe he's a pretty good fighter as well. Okay.
And then I'll ask you about Caleb Truax, even though we talked about him a little bit earlier.
Caleb Truax, man, he's blessed to have that belt right now. He's blessed to have that belt right now. I gotta say it, and he put in the work to get it. He earned that belt. He has the belt, and he's carrying the belt, man. So congratulations to him. But I believe when I step in there with him, that's a done deal, man. He needs to enjoy that belt while he has it, while he is champion, or enjoy being champion while he is, because he'll have the belt for the remainder of his life. Take care, Michelle. He'll have the belt for the remainder of his life. But I know that it's only a matter of time before that belt is gone. But I congratulate him, man, because he came into that fight with the right game plan and he executed, man. So that's pretty much it. That's 100% honest opinion.
Okay. And then last but not least, you just saw the supremely overhyped Chris Eubank Jr. lose to George Groves in the semifinal of the WBSS. What do you think about George Groves? That's another guy, in my opinion, for your skill set, that's food as well.
Isn't that and I've been saying the same thing about Chris Eubank my whole life.
Yep.
This is probably one of the worst fights he's done had, and I ain't seen a lot of fights, but I watched the last 6 rounds of that fight because I was actually working out at the time, and I ended up making it back home and just realized it was on because it came on pretty early. And Eubank is a wild fighter, man. We're not on Eubank right now, but I honestly don't understand what all the hype is about.
Yeah.
It was all just set down with George Groves. George Groves, he's a hell of a fighter, man. He beat Fox the first time around. They didn't give it to him.
I agree.
Second time, he Fox put him on the mat. You know what I'm saying? But overall, he's still a good boxer. He's still a good fighter. I mean, he's definitely a B fighter. You know what I'm saying? He has the potential to be an A fighter. You know what I'm saying? But it all depends on how he continues to progress, how serious he takes in the gym, which I believe he's taking seriously, man. He knows how to last. I believe that as well. He'll bring the fight when he needs to, but if he doesn't, just like in the Eubank fight, I believe it went 12 rounds because George Groves allowed it to. He didn't capitalize on the mistake that Eubank was making. Man, he was throwing all wild hooks. You could have dropped the 1-2 right down the pipe and put that boy right on his back. So he might be a little submissive, but other than that, George Groves is a hell of a fighter. I've always liked that guy. I worked with him, and I think he'll do pretty good. I'm not sure who he has in the finals, though. Who is that he'll be fighting in the finals?
Man, it's going to be between Jürgen Brähmer and Callum Smith. So,
okay. Wow.
I'm not big on Jürgen Brähmer myself.
I don't know who that is. I heard Callum Smith.
Exactly. Callum Smith is all right, cat from the UK. He's pretty decent. He's actually that's the guy that was supposed to fight your brother, Anthony.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He actually is
I'm not sure why that fight didn't go down. Can you remember why?
Well, why didn't that fight go down?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, I know Callum Smith is pretty much the UK version of Badu Jack. And I remember when we talked to Anthony, as brutally honest as I am, I told him, I said, man, that's a tough fight for you. He's literally the UK version of Badu Jack. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's gonna be a decent little final if he gets past Jürgen Brähmer, man. I actually had Callum Smith winning the whole thing, but
okay.
Looking at 168 though, man, it's a wide open division. I've been rooting for you since the fight that you mentioned, which was Curtis Stevens. I actually watched you fight Gennady Golovkin in the amateurs, and I thought you actually won that fight. But I've been rooting for you for a long time, man. We almost there, brother.
Are we? I'm glad I got the support, man. But like you say, man, this division is wide open, man. I've said this probably a couple of days ago, man. I see myself catching a few of these belts before I go in and tie it up. I hate the gloves myself, man. So I'm looking forward to what the future brings, man. I'm definitely honed in, man. And I got my eyes on the prize, man. So I can't wait to see what 2018, 19, and 20 brings for me.
Word up. All right, big cool.
Hey, Andre, I got my one last question. I did a video dissecting how horrible a fighter. No disrespect to no fighter. I respect all fighters, but how horrible a fighter Chris Eubank Jr. is. And I mentioned your era. I know y'all ain't old, but I mean the Super 6 era. And in my video, I said that today's super middleweights, really don't compare to you, Andre Ward, Mikhail Kessler, Carl Froch, Arthur Abraham. Maybe you can throw in Ramirez and Benavidez, but that's it. And one of my loyal subscribers said that he felt that both Ramirez, I think Chris Eubank Jr. and fucking Benavidez would beat you in Ward. And my reply to that is I didn't think they could fuck with y'all. You know, being honest, in y'all prime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to say you out your prime, but you know when you was back a few years ago. What do you think about that? What do you think about your class of the Super Six, super middleweights compared to the top 4 guys 2K just mentioned to you?
I would definitely have to go to Ross, who just went. They're good fighters, and the fans along with them, they're going to be just as grateful with them because they're so new. I mean, look how flashy Benavidez looked when he knocked down Medina. The way he stopped Medina. You know what I'm saying? It was something to see, man. You don't see those kind of knockouts too often, man. So that hyped him up really, really well. But then he went on to the next fight, which is the rematch. I mean, which was the first fight between him and this guy that he just fought. And we saw a lot of flaws there, man. He's good. He's good if you're standing there. He's good for you if you're standing. I mean, he can get his punches off if you're standing there for him, man. But he doesn't compare the Super Six today. If we was to do it again, if we was all in the same era, they would be one of the first ones out of my book.
That's what I think. Yeah, especially you know, Kessler and Ward. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just the skill wise and be able to move and box. I just think it would be too much for a guy like Ramirez and Benavidez. But I just wanted to get your thoughts, man, because when he said it, I was like, they good fighters, but y'all were Olympians for a reason.
Yeah, that's right. Most definitely. Take nothing away from the guy. He can fight, man. And I wish him the best, man. But that's someone I'm definitely looking forward to in the near future. I want to close out my career with excellent work, man. Some notable names. And the more he builds, the more noticeable he'll be, man. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Definitely. 2K?
Nah, man, that's it for me, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to Andre Dirrell, man. He's one of the good guys in the sport, very humble. I talked to a lot of different boxers, trainers, managers, etc., and he's one of my favorite to talk to, man. Big ups to him, and good luck on March 3rd, my brother.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you.
No doubt.
Exactly, man. Hey, thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to join myself in 2K. Like he said, we wish you the best of luck. We'll be tuning in live on Showtime March 3rd. Good luck, man. And, hey, after you get that victory, we can do this again.
Hell yeah.
All right, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right, family.
My man. Take care.
Yeah.
There you have it. Another quality interview from Colossal Boxing Talk. Andre Dirrell, Jose Uzcategui, again, March 3rd, live on Showtime on the undercard of Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to Colossal Boxing Talk. Turn those notifications on to get notified every time I upload content. Then head over to Facebook, smack that like button on my Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at ColossalCBT. Drop those comments in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.